Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've done a video again. I know it's bad and I said I'd try to keep it up. I have an idea, which I will be starting, but I thought I'd do a little bit more of a significant one, because that would be like a little bit more frequently to get into the swing of things. I have kind of got a reason why there hasn't been a video as of late. Basically, I've been trying to think of what to do for a video. I've thought of multiple things. Procrastination. Yeah, I thought that could be good. Games I've been playing, but that led me to go and play those games and got caught up with that. Yeah. And then maybe do a few lists again. Lists of things, discussing things. And then I realised I was too tired to do that as well and think about that more and really come up with something. And then there was an idea that had been staring me right in the face. Sleep. Or more specifically, the lack thereof. Because I don't generally get a lot of sleep. I dream, pun, of an 8-hour sleep, 8 to 10 hour decent sleep. It never happens at all. Usually I get on average about 5 or 6 hours. Lately, I've been getting 4. Now, for those who like their sleep and get it, yeah, that does sound pretty low, but I tend to get used to it. I go through phases of this, where for one reason or another, I just get no sleep. Don't know why, cannot figure it out. There are various factors, I guess, that could add up into it, but I try to remove those factors. It doesn't seem to really do anything. Actually, I will tell you the things I have tried. Warm milk. Tried that. Even the nurse at the doctor's surgery said, "Have you tried warm milk?" Yes, I tried warm milk. Also on that note, not really great for your teeth at bedtime to be doing that. I guess you get a warm milk before brushing your teeth, but you got all that Milky Mojo up in your mouth and it's just not nice. But tried it and did bugger all. Also on that note, tried hot chocolate with water and with hot milk. Warm milk, not hot milk. Don't burn your mouth when we're going to bed. That doesn't help. Yeah, doesn't work either. Did absolutely bugger all. It was quite nice though. It was quite nice. I thoroughly recommend it if you don't expect any results. Less or no caffeine as well. Even a couple of 2 or 3 days to get out of my system. I think I mentioned caffeine withdrawal week before. I won't mention that again, but that was hell. But now I'm not too bad with the caffeine. And this is a consistency thing. I have not been drinking any more caffeine lately either, so don't know how that would affect it. I've tried, have cut that stuff out for times and doesn't make any difference. If anything, it might make it worse because I sort of get that caffeine crash afterwards and then I'm like, I need to go to sleep now. Whereas before I'd spend like a day of just like half asleep and not tired enough to actually sleep. But yeah, doesn't work. Also on that idea, having less sleep one night, even less than the small amount of sleep I'm getting, and then using that in the next day to get through the day with some strong coffee usually to get me through the day, so that at the end of the day I'm absolutely knackered, exhausted, completely dead, fall asleep, usually fall asleep a little bit early, it doesn't bloody matter really, and wake up after exactly the same amount of time as usual, literally achieving nothing there. I've tried various bed routines as well. I have mentioned my wristband before, the jawbone up band. And that helps me wake up in the mornings when it's not freaking dead. That's my fault. And it does actually, as of a recent updates, have a reminder feature on top of the smart alarm where it will prompt you to go, that your bedtime is in like half an hour or whenever you set it. So that's good for planning ahead, but the bed routine thing doesn't seem to really do much for me either. Yeah, because I can't get to sleep, of course I go into the whole, I can't get to sleep, I might as well be doing anything, and then it doesn't work either way. Actually, I would probably in some ways rather that be the case, because then I can get stuff done and still have bugger all sleep rather than trying to get sleep and not getting stuff done. I have tried the natural sleep or calming pills as well, the various brands of them, through various recommendations, and much like in the Fast with Stress, it hasn't really done anything for me at all. Various people affected by different things. It just does bugger all to me. Absolutely bugger all. On a side note, with the anti-stress stuff though, I did find one thing. For those who haven't found them working, there's like a little dropper thing. I'm not taking the mick with this either. A little sort of, almost an eyedropper that you drop drops of this stuff onto your tongue, and it's some sort of alcohol-based solution. No, it's not alcohol. Alcohol is not the solution. Or in this case, it kind of is, but not just alcohol. It was something that involved alcohol. And that did actually calm me. Like a couple of drops of that on my tongue got me chilled out. I haven't tried that actually for sleep. I'll give that a go, I think. Yeah. I'll let you know. Also, one thing I've tried so many times is change the temperature of the room, change the temperature of my bed. I have an electric blanket. Of course, I have central heating in the flat. A window open, window closed. All sorts of things. I find having the electric blanket on and having a slightly cooler room works a little bit. It gets me more sleepy. But I don't find significant improvements. But that is one that generally sort of helps a little bit. But it doesn't get me back to a normal or even slightly subnormal amount of sleep. Still get about 5 hours. Plus, the whole blanket, no blanket thing goes along with that. I find that blanket works better. I don't know if it's a comfort thing or not, but it tends to help a little bit. And I say help in the matter of it's not worse, which is what happens when I don't have the blanket. So there are a couple of things that I might attribute the slightly more lack of sleep to. One of them is work. Work has been sort of slightly stressful. Good stressful, productive stressful, but still stressful. And working hard. I work hard, but harder the last month or so for various reasons. Yeah, I've tried to keep that down, but the problem is stuff needs to get done. If anything, I feel better at work though for it, but I guess it's going to take its toll, that sort of thing. And the gym. I haven't gone to the gym in about a month and a half, 2 months now. I really do want to go to the gym, but it's getting myself kick-started into that routine again. I know I've mentioned before, I used to really pound it at the gym a few months back, all the time, really going well for all sorts of things like exercise, weight loss. It's just getting back into that flow. So it could be those two things together, stress and the gym, but it's so difficult when you're absolutely exhausted to get yourself to go down the gym to work out. Plus, when you're absolutely exhausted, it makes work harder because you turn up and you're like, I need to get all this stuff done, but I am so tired. I'm dead on my feet. Luckily, I haven't overslept yet, or even worse, fallen asleep on lunch or something like that. That has happened once in the past, years ago. I just got prodded. They're fine with it. I just got prodded and was like, oh, it's quite nice. No, I won't try that again. I think that would be pushing it. Of course, one other thing as well is overthinking stuff. You know from previous videos, I do think about stuff a lot, maybe a little bit more than most people, breaking things down. And when I've been working so much more and other stuff in my life recently, I've been thinking a lot about all sorts of parts of my life. For a normal person, that can be stressful. For me, it's tiring as hell. And if you couple that with the procrastination and the not going to the gym to distract myself, it all kind of clusters together and you're like, ew. Oh, I need to break out of that cycle. Holiday in a month. On that holiday, it looks like I've managed to fiddle things that I may be able to go to the MCM Expo Comic-Con shiznizzle over in London as well, to see a few of those Geek Chat people. They don't know that yet, or they might know that by the time I put this up. Wibbly wobbly timey-wimey. So I guess at the end of it all, this whole sleep thing doesn't affect me hugely. I'd love to get more sleep. I'd love to figure it out and be kind of like a normal person, get a half decent amount of sleep so I feel fresh and awake for at least once, maybe a month would do sometime. But at the end of it, I'm tempted to just accept my fate and go, 4 hours, fine. I'll get to stay up later and relax more, and I'll get to wake up earlier. Like that's going to happen. I'll wake up earlier and not have to rush into work. Hey, actually, been doing exercise, been running to work. Mainly because I've been getting up too late, but I've still been running. It's amazing how much my stamina has come along. It's also amazing how much your stamina improves when you have to run into work and don't have a choice. So, if any of you have thoughts on this whole sleep thing, well, no, let me rephrase that. I know you have thoughts on this whole sleep thing. Tell me, put it down there, share this stuff, comment, have a discussion. It would be lovely. Any tips that are not on this list, I'll be honest, chances are I've probably tried them, but tell me anyways, and never know, it might hit something lucky and you might be my saviour of sleep.